Hello, my name is Naomi Simmons, and I will be presenting the rationale for week 4 for my Tropical Vibe Tribe branding. To begin, here is a reminder of what the vision board looks like, and in this rationale, we'll cover research, problem solving, collaboration, and acquiring competencies. So the assets that I worked on this week were the website, social media package, and revisions from previous weeks, as well as on the animation. For research, I primarily had to research the sizes of websites and for the desktop and for the cellular devices. When researching this, I found out that desktops and cell phones come in multiple sizes. So I also had to research and learn about responsive web design. Collaboration for this week involved me getting feedback from local teenagers because my brand, the Tropical Vibe Tribe, focuses on a teenage group. I also incorporated instructor feedback and feedback from my peers. This website is one of the websites that I use for inspiration, and it inspired me with the organic shapes, which can also be seen in my design on my website in the header, as well as the bright colors that are used. The biggest issue I ran into for problem solving was brain consistency. So in this example, I'm showing that I had to be consistent with how the website looked on a cell phone as well as how it looked on a desktop. Another thing that I ran into with brand consistency, these are screenshots of my animated logo. And initially I did it with this blue background, which there's nothing wrong with it. But when I went back and compared all the assets, I realized that this was the only asset that didn't have the tropical background that was in the rest of the assets that I produced. So I went back and changed it to the tropical background for the animated logo. And for acquiring competencies, in Adobe After Effects, keyframes, and the effects, I had to, because it had been a while since I went over that in depth, so I had to go back and figure out exactly how to work the keyframes and how to apply the effects to some levels and not to others, as well as adjustment layers so that it can affect the layer beneath it. And in Adobe Illustrator, transparency and blending options was something that I still had to go back and revisit as far as like how to make certain aspects on web pages stand out and other ones blend into the background. And that concludes my rationale for week 4. Thank you very much.